Okay, Josh, what's your first memory of working with me on The Walking Dead?
All the times that we worked together, it didn't really stick out until episode 5 of season 5, where Eugene came clean on lying about having the cure. And we're supposed to act like it's no big deal that this hot bus is burning behind us. And if you watch the episode, you're like nudging me and you're like moving your mouth because you were saying something like, we gotta go, we gotta get out of here, this bus is on fire. And that wasn't Maggie, that was Lauren.
Your hair dye was running, which was your greatest worry.
What is your fondest memory of working with me on The Walking Dead? I don't know that I want to know this.
When we talked about Samson, and it was when you were going to cut your hair, was sitting on the back of the fire engine. It was Greedum. It was me, you, Michael, Steven, and Christian, and Alana. Because we really got to do a scene together, and we haven't really had that many scenes together, but, you know, our friendship lives outside of this show.
Josh, what is your first memory of working with me on The Walking Dead?
The episode we were shooting with Michael Cudlitz, and it was my first experience of real Georgia heat, like July Georgia heat. And I was driving a horse and buggy in the hot sun, and we just had to drive back and forth across this huge field. And I was so hot, I couldn't form words anymore. And I would try to talk to you, and words would come out in weird combinations. We would just laugh, and I realized you were the best person to giggle with I've ever met.
Doesn't sound crazy at all.
What is your fondest memory of working with me on The Walking Dead?
The day that you rapped out and had to take the microphone, and you got a little emotional and thanked the crew, and it was really, really sweet.
Lauren, what is your first memory of working with me on The Walking Dead? I suppose the one that comes to mind is all the ASL lessons that you've given me over the years. When we first began, we would all go into a room together and you'd teach us all ASL, and it just felt like I was learning a secret code. And I've always enjoyed, ever since, doing any scene in ASL with you. It's an immense privilege to be able to be taught by you and to be able to act in a scene using it with you. Even though things that I remember are quite useless in the real world, like I remember Hilltop. When am I going to use that in the real world?
Ross, what is your first memory of working with me on Walking Dead?
My first memory of working with you, Cassady, is your giant hug and your energy. I couldn't believe how exuberant you were and huggy you were to literally everyone you met, which was very confusing because, of course, you're playing this very psychotic whisperer, and you were nothing but that, which was very interesting. What is your fondest memory of working with me on The Walking Dead?
Episode 9 of this past season, 11, was really fun when I was pulling you out of the window. We were just soaking wet and we had mud all up in our noses.
We were just laughing our asses off, and it was just such a goofy, serious moment in the actual script, but you kept bringing so much joy to that it was just so much fun. Thank you for making this show as fun as you do, because it can be very serious sometimes, and you always make everyone smile.
Hey there, Paula. What's your first memory of working with me on The Walking Dead?
That first scene when you see me and you guys get off the horses.
Oh my God, hi!
And just seeing your face of like amazement, and also like, this person is nuts, but also like I'm so intrigued and I get it because I'm nuts too. Does that make sense?
Starting to wonder if you weren't right about her.
Oh, I am.
What is your fondest memory of working with me on The Walking Dead?
You know what it is. I mean, there's probably moments before, but you jumping into my front pocket when an explosion went off.
They said the explosion would just be a poof of air. And so we were like, oh yeah, we got it, no worries. So we didn't get earplugs because we were like, we're good. And as soon as the mine exploded, I literally jumped into your arms.
You said a lot of expletives in Spanish. I can't remember them all.
Which is a very Puerto Rican thing, which you should probably bleep out.
Uncle Norman, what is your first memory of working with me on The Walking Dead?
I had known you before, and you were always that really good-looking guy that all the girls liked. And so the first time you were on set filming was when you're waving your big phallic bat around and we're all crying at your feet. And I was like, here we go again. All the girls are gonna run to Negan.
I was amazed at how respectful you were to me with the work. Meanwhile, gave an amazing performance for me 900 times.
Although you were playing such a big jerk, you were always fun in between.
I know that your favorite part was taking the punch at me.
Hey, Jeff, what's your fondest memory of working with me?
It's been the time that I've got to spend with you and that you've got to spend with me, of course. It's been all that living in this bubble that we've been in for a long time. I mean, you're Uncle Norman to us, and that's it. I love you.